Hey everybody. I know I'm real late today. I really try to make it up in the morning, but I have been working on two launches today and I successfully completed both of them. So I am just a little late. Hey. I jumped on today and it's the 8 of Clubs day. Today's my Mars day, y'all. Thank you. So I jumped on today to pick up my conversation about soft states, which is the decentralized governance and community that I have been working on the blockchain. And last week I had like a little private Zoom, but I thought about talk about it a little bit because I officially launched the website today. And this is just part one. It's like just a very, very small part of it. But I'm gonna talk about it a little bit. Hold on one second. Let me share. Let me share my website here. Where is it at? Hmm, might be. Hold on, y'all. Oh, here it is. So, so y'all know, you probably know I already have Sob Social, which is one of the social platforms that I'm working on, and that's already live. But really, to bring this all together, this was supposed to be a part of an entire movement. It's not just about the social part. It was a my idea of bringing everybody together and creating like a framework for governance and for community and everything. Because, by the way, I'm not the only one doing it. I think I told y'all the last time when I mentioned it that this is the direction where everything is going. Everything is going towards your digital ID or your digital passport, right? And, the other folks out there are doing it, and I'm like, this is our opportunity in the culture, and not even just the culture. This is open to everyone, by the way. But of course, I always talk to the culture first because that's me. That's where I come from. So I always talk to my fam first, right? And I have my fam in mind when I'm building this thing. So everybody's going towards digital identity, digital ID, blockchain ID, right? That's what we're all moving to. Sam Altman from OpenAI, he has something called WorldCoin, and it's basically a digital ID platform. And he's out here scanning irises, and he has these orbs and all this other stuff. And he was testing it out on Kenya, and they rejected it. So other people, other places, greetings to you in Alabama. Um, Other places, other people are doing this. So, of course, me being the founder of a blockchain, me being a blockchain, expert for years, I'm like, we got to do this for us too. And we got to have our own, right? And there's no better time than now, than what's going on now to do such a thing. So, but I've been working on this for a minute. I didn't just start working on it now. I've been working on Sav for like over a year now, right? And sometimes I'm working on something and I don't know why, but now looking at it, I was like, wow, this is like to be prepared for the world. You know what I mean? So this is about establishing something that's top notch, high tech, decentralized. And if you don't know what decentralized means, it means that it doesn't sit in anybody's centralized power. You know what I mean? So, like, even though I'm starting this, it won't be in my hands for long as in terms of centralized. As long as we build the community, then eventually the community will own it. You know what I mean? So I told my partner, she was like, oh, well, I guess that means that you're the president now. And it's so funny because my Jupiter card, the six of diamonds, is the card of the word president. I said, okay, I'll be the president for a while. But in 2 years, y'all gonna have to vote me out. Okay. All of this whole every decentralized community in here because I want to retire. So maybe even in a year. In a year, I want you to a year or two, I want you to vote me out. You hear that? So but this is the beautiful thing because it creates blockchain voting, which is transparent. Everybody gets to see everybody's vote account. You get to have a place where you can post proposals if you need help. You can post it and people can decide, funding that gets shifted in different ways and stuff like that. And you can have your digital passport that you can go to other communities that are satellites of this, that are in the federation of communities, and you can have your digital passport and people know that you are a part of this and you are a part of something. So my dogs always start like all for the last couple of days, every dog in the neighborhood has just started barking, y'all. Um, but anyway, and my dog is about to start barking because everybody else's dog is barking. So when you come to the website, it's going to tell you a little bit about what this is about, right? And it's about building a platform for the future, right? That is becoming the standard of how we're going to be able to interact with one another. It won't matter what country you're in, it won't matter what state you're in. But if we got to organize, then we build a platform. We're building a platform so that we have everything that we need to organize, outside of Facebook and Instagram, Telegram, all of these other things. We have our own stuff. Signal and communications. And one of the dope things about this, y'all, is because of AI, it's my belief that one day phone numbers are going to go away. You know what I mean? Because pretty soon AI is going to be able to call you and sound like anybody. There's AIs and they could do it now. Sound like anybody right? Call you and clone your child, your whatever. So they're gonna have to put an end to just the ability to be able to cold call you. You know what I mean? So you might have a key that lives in your wallet that you're able to issue to people. And if people don't have this key, guess what? They can't call you. They can email you maybe, but they can't call you if they don't have this key. You know what I mean? So everything is going to be in your digital wallet one day. And it may be your communication keys so that people can communicate with you and you can issue keys. So let's say you want to issue a key to somebody and you know how you don't want nobody to call you no more and you block them, but they can still call you from this phone, that phone. Well, when you issue keys, you won't have to block them. All you have to do is revoke the key and you can revoke the key and they can't call you because they don't have a key. They don't no longer have the key that was issued to them. So this is like another type of communication that we will have, but that's also likely going to be the standard because of AI and because of the ability for anybody to just call you and just mimic anybody that you know. So it starts with these platforms, and everything you have is going to live in a wallet. You know what I mean? So your ownership, your IP, which means your intellectual property, what belongs to you, all of these things are going to live in your wallet. And I'm going to show you like a little example of. So like this is just a little example of a wallet. You know what I mean? So you may have your coins, you may have your digital, your stuff that's been tokenized on a chain. That means that any type of possession that you have, you'll commit to being on a chain so that Your IP will be protected in the future. You know what I mean? Lance says private people. Ganesha told me years ago that we should be private and not public people. Well, I honestly think we're going to have to be private. You know, like we're going to have to be more conscious of the, because this is how we're going to be able to maintain our properties and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So we're going to have to be more, I kind of look at it, some people might say private. I kind of look at it as responsible. Like we're going to have to be more responsible for the things that we own, for our person, for our legacies, all of that, because these are the things that we struggle with. We struggle with losing things and losing legacies because we just don't have it, we just don't have it all together. But this is going to be the framework where you can take your legacy wherever you go. If you decide to go to Mars, you're going to have a piece of your legacy. Now, I don't know how this is going to be transferred in the future. One of the things that we're looking at getting is, of course, we have just the regular, you can purchase Guap coin on the other site I'm going to show you in a minute, but you can have, a bracelet. We could have, these digital wallets or whatever the case may be that just scan these digital passports. And once they're scanned, they have, all of this stuff. It's going to be a variety of ways that we're going to have these things. And I know people have talked about it in the past and they've scared people, oh my gosh, you're going to get a barcode. Well, it's a little too late now. You have a barcode now. You know what I mean? You're walking around with a pocket full of credit cards that are going to go away in a minute. So it just is what it is. We're always afraid of something when it's outside of our scope, and it's down the line and we don't know really what it is the education part. So that's why the things that I work on and the things that I do for the community, I always put some, a big emphasis on the education part and educating people on these things so they know what they're getting into. So an example of the governance, and this might look like kind of odd to you as well. This is like the governance part, which is something that you may find in your wallet too. So one day you'll be posting proposals that the whole entire community can vote on. You know what I mean? So if we have a budget, which we'll have a budget, then we're able to go into the budget and allocate funds to proposals that get, that earn those the amount of bids that it needs in order to get it. You know what I mean? So that means that each and every one of you are going to have to kind of low key turn into a politician. So you're going to have to pitch, you're going to have to talk about this thing that you're trying to raise this money for. You're going to have to garner support. And then we go in these places and then we vote and money gets allocated towards what you're trying to do. So this is the DAO part. So if you've ever heard of a DAO or haven't heard of a DAO, they're called decentralized autonomous organizations. And on this platform, it's like, think of it like a corporation, right? Or a new type of, collective that you vote on, you raise funds and you vote on where those funds could get directed to. So people will be starting their own DAOs, starting their own community DAOs, and then they'll be voting on larger DAOs, that affect everybody, So that's what they'll be doing here. So this will have, and these are the different platforms that Solve States will have. It will have your DAO, how to build it'll just build just like a one-click DAO kind of thing, ask you questions. What is your DAO about? Teach you about a DAO. There's going to be a video there that's going to show you what a DAO is and how to go about setting one up. And once you set up this DAO, then you can start getting people to be in your DAO, And let's see. Then we talked about governance. That's the governance part. So now I jumped to the wallet, but I didn't talk about UBI. You're going to hear about UBI a lot, just like you're going to hear about digital IDs. UBI is universal basic income, right? As we started kind of edging into Pluto and Aquarius, you started hearing more about universal basic income. You're talking about different countries, and even here, there's states that are experimenting with implementing universal basic income. But this is also something that is connected to one of these types of platforms. So it's not just a government thing. When you start a governance, when you start a platform like this, then you want to think about establishing a universal basic income for everybody, you know? So that's one of the things that we have as a basis in SOV states as well. And the idea is you, once you onboard yourself, right, and you're onboarding others, you go through a series of steps. And then once you accomplish those steps, then you get your first universal basic income. And we vote on how often this income is distributed. So it could be monthly. It could be like we're doing really good. And then it could be bonuses, but anything is possible when you have numbers, when you have people that come together like this. So then we have Solve Connect, right? So this is like our own little private connection piece, right? So if you want to connect to people, then they could have a charge just for you to connect, just for you to you own your data. You get to decide how valuable you are and how valuable your data is. If somebody really wants to get to you, then they can come through this platform and they can pay your fee to be able to get to your contact information, to request to decrypt your profile so that they can see your profile, they can communicate with you and stuff like that. Otherwise, you could just stay as private as you want to, right? So that's one piece of it. So the meetings that I've been having is about becoming a founding citizen, right? So the founding citizens form the first level of the base of citizens, the financial level, right? So that we can actually do some things. And then we build on and then we open it up. And we kind of like have a um, like a pre-launch that we open it up to the rest of the world that wants to get involved. But right now, we're just looking for 250 founding members. That's it. And you come here. If you click on this view the plan, it's going to tell you the entire plan of or the entire trajectory of becoming a founding citizen, right? So becoming a founding citizen does give you additional benefits. You know what I mean? So everybody's not going to be a founding citizen. So everybody's not going to have those additional benefits, but it is going to give you additional benefits, right? So this could iron out to be UBI, universal basic income bonuses, the ability to I guess a higher priority in certain things, higher priority, get a priority badge to be able to. So maybe when you post your proposals will be a little bit higher up than other proposals that are posted. And then of course you just become a part of the collective of the founding citizens that have launched this platform for everybody. Everybody, if you kind of like dripping in, I'm talking about solvestates.com, right? So this is just a little kind of view of a digital passport and what that would look like. So I think I posted if I haven't posted the website, it's solvestates.com, right? So you can click become a founding citizen. And we have founding citizen meetings already that are starting up. I had one this week. And then eventually, probably sometime in January, we'll open up to regular citizens, people who just want to be a regular citizen and come in, start inviting other people and other family members, sending out invitations and stuff like that. Because we will have an invitation system as well implemented. So then you'll kind of be able to go and send out invitations to people to the platform. So that's that. Someone asked me about Guap, and we just recently launched Guap Swap, right? So I'm gonna talk about that. So what Guap Swap is, it's a peer-to-peer trading platform. That it means that you don't get Guap or crypto from us. You connect with other people and you trade with other people, and they sell their Guap on this platform, and then you're able to go in and buy Guap. So like you see here, this person right here is literally selling 11,000 guap at a penny so you can get 11,000 guap, which by the way is enough for a master node, and for $110, right? So you go there, you get your guap, you set up your guap to stake, and you can earn more guap every day. So this is, let me put the link to here. I don't know if I put it here, but this is guapswap.com. And we just finished talking about solvestates.com. And I'm gonna put it up here. It says Guap Swap, and that's Solve States. If you missed it, Solve States was this. Get your digital sovereignty. And start this new life right, because that's what's happening right now. We're starting a new life, and the beautiful thing about being able to start a new life is that you get to create the framework for what this life looks like. You get to be a part of the creators. You get to be like the wizard, you know what I mean, one of the wizards in this. Didn't Trump just say he's going to build at least 11 new cities with people who had the best plan for the city that he'll fund? No, I don't know about that. I'm sorry. That's why I'm building this, so I don't have to sign up for what they're doing. But that's cool if that's what he says he's doing, bro. No. I think that this is an opportunity for us to build for ourselves and see how this goes. You know what I mean? It's about time that we build for ourselves. We have the opportunity to do so. And when we put our energy into it, we can put something positive. We can put something that suits us well, something that we can trust, and we can build our own Wakanda. You know what I mean? Wherever we are on this planet. So that's what that's about. So how y'all doing on this 8 of Clubs day? Thank you. Thank you so much. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the 8 of Clubs since it's an 8 of Clubs day. Hold on one second. Let me go back here. The 8 of Clubs, that's a very powerful card, the 8 of Clubs, because it is the card, it is another willpower card, and it's about using your mind to overcome obstacles, right? The 8 of Clubs is a problem solver, so you got a problem, you come up with a solution, which is what I do all the time, and that's my Mars card. I come up with solutions. I consider that to be a solutionary, so the card is ruled by Mars and Neptune. So what does that mean? I'm feeling very inspired. Absolutely. I'm feeling super inspired. I am. And that's why I've been working really, really, really hard. My birthday's coming up on Saturday, going on a little birthday trip, and I plan on coming back even more excellent than before. So, but yes, the 8 of Clubs. So the 8 of Clubs, let me pull up the 8 of Clubs real quick, because when I'm talking about these cards, all of us come across these cards. We're always going to wind up dealing with these cards in some way. You know what I mean? So let me pull that up. I wish I could show two windows. That would be so dope. That'd be super dope. I might as well put it in here since I can't show two windows. So the eight of clubs, y'all. So that is the card of today. And if you notice, the eight of clubs has a lot of powerful cards. Look at that. They got a lot of tens. They got the juicy tens, 10 of hearts, 10 of diamonds. It got another eight, the eight of spades, which is the strongest eight of the eights. It has those aces, and it has that queen of diamonds and Pluto, right? And it sits, like I said, it's ruled by Mars and Neptune. So these people, Mars is about definitely some problem solving energy, right? And Neptune can take you down the rabbit hole. So essentially, what that means is that you're in problem solving mode. You are not going to stop until you find the answer. You're going to be like so fixated, almost like a drug, in trying to find this answer. You know what I mean? So these are people who are going to come up with some extraordinary solutions. And they're also really good artists. They can be artists because it's Mars Neptune. Neptune is the art part, right? So these people, a lot of times, they have a lot of creativity. They can have marketing skills. You know, they can be really artistic. They can come up with great marketing strategies. Because in my Mars years, I had kind of moved away from doing development and was really into marketing and design. And I was at eight of clubs at the time. So, but their Achilles heel, they have two Achilles heel, right? One Achilles heel is that they can dangerously get trapped in a cycle of fixation, which could be like addiction. You know what I mean? So they could get, if they do wind up, if somebody who has an eight of clubs, they can have a very bad addiction, right? Because it's Mars and Neptune. And they tend to be very fixated kind of people, very, very fixated. So if it's drugs, if they do get involved with drugs or alcohol, it's going to be a problem that's going to plague their life for some time. You know what I mean? Now, for women, eight of clubs, a lot of times their drug of choice is men. You know what I mean? So, a woman can get caught up in a relationship. She gets super fixated by a relationship with a man, and then her work suffers and she loses her blessings. Like she could live a very charmed life, a very blessed life, and then she loses her blessings, and then she may get sucked into depression. Some example eight of clubs are dang, what's her name? Uh, oh, she was married to what's his name, the basketball player. What is her name? I'm so bad at names, y'all. That's my Neptune thing. I do just totally forget names. But her name starts with a T. And she's a dancer and a singer, and she's very pretty. She's really attractive, real strong, and she was just married to the basketball player, and they just got divorced. So if anybody knows, drop it in the chat. Just give me a little help there. That's one. And Patti LaBelle, of course, is an eight of clubs. She's a little bit older. Usher is an eight of clubs. Lots of eight of clubs out there in the world. And like I said, there's the capability of being very successful with that card. There's the capability of being very comfortable. No, not Tamia. Um, yes, Taylor. So what's her first name? Come on now, you got it. Uh, no, not Tamia. Taylor. Come on now. You got it. You got it. Tiana. Is it Tiana Taylor? Yes. There you go. She's at eight of clubs. Tiana. Right. Tiana Taylor. So Y'all, I have no idea what happened. Am I back? Oh my God, like my whole browser crashed. Am I back? Am I back? Yeah, I think I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, my whole entire browser just pooped. I think my browser is tired because I've been working on 20 things today. So I had a bunch of coding, this, that. So I think that's what happened, y'all. My computer was like, nah. So yeah, so we was talking about the and look, I can't even get my background back, y'all. Like it won't come back. That's wild. I'm back, but my background is not back. So anyway, we were talking about the Ada Club. So the Eight of Clubs is like that's the comeback queen, king. You know what I mean? Like, and it one thing about it is it could fall down in the pit, it could get real hurt up, but it could come back harder than ever. And that's my Mars card. So that's why I'm always coming back. You know what I mean? So I'm back. See, I told y'all I'm back. That's my Mars card. So I'm gonna come back and I'm back better than before. So we push hard. People who have an Eight of Clubs, like we got some no give up energy. We push back real hard. So if you have that in a year, that comes up in like your yearly spread or something like that, then it's time for you to push really hard in achieving a very difficult goal. You know what I mean? And it could be something that you achieve that's going to be like lifetime. Like you never have to worry about that again. That's like Usher. You know, Usher's Usher forever. Usher could go sit down for 10 years. He's still Usher. You know what I mean? So, hey, greetings. Someone asked about the 10 of diamonds, which is actually today's Jupiter card, right? Let me tell you about the 10 of diamonds. I love the 10 of diamonds. I'm definitely going to tell you about. Hopefully, my computer doesn't crash. I'm trying to tell you about the 10 of diamonds because the 10 of diamonds is a multiplier. I'm going to tell y'all about that, what that means, the multiplier. Let me share my screen. So, this is the 10 of diamonds spread right here. And it is a multiplier. So, essentially, what that means is that it's ruled by Jupiter. So if you see up here on the spread, the 10 of diamonds sits in the Jupiter position, right? And that's why I love cardology because cardology has given me such a different viewpoint on planetary science. Everybody pushes that Jupiter is just so good. You know what I mean? Like Jupiter is a blessing. It's a blessing. Da 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 da. But let me tell you, Jupiter is a magnifier. You know what I mean? So essentially, when you're looking at the 10 of diamonds, let's say that 10 of diamonds is combined with another card. So, for instance, I have a 10 of clubs this year in Mercury, which is in the 10 of diamonds position. So that means that the 10 of diamonds is multiplying the 10 of clubs. So here I am, which the 10 of clubs is a card of podcasting and even communicating like this. It's also the card of politics. So here I am on YouTube every day. I told you I'm going to be here every day. Well, that's the 10 of diamonds doing that for me. So the 10 of diamonds is telling me that the more I put into this, then the more I'm going to get out of it. I'm gonna show y'all what I'm saying. This is my coming birthday spread right here. I'm turning 50, y'all. Right? And this is my card right here. Right? I can see that. The 4 of clubs right here. That's my card. So if I click on it, it gives you a little bit more information and stuff like that. But it's displacing the 10 of hearts. And I have a 10 of clubs, which is displacing the 10 of diamonds, right? So even though the 10 of clubs is like not my card per se, but it's my Mercury card. So this represents the first 52 days of the year for me for following my birthday, right? So the interesting thing is I got a radio interview coming up in New York City I'm gonna get a chance to do it either before I go to Barbados or when I come back. So I got a radio interview, which the Carter radio is a 10 of clubs, and it's sitting in the 10 of diamonds position. So that means I'm going to have a lot of radio. I'm going to be doing a lot of radio. I'm going to be doing a lot of podcasts. I'm going to be doing my podcast. This is also conversations with the 10 of clubs. The 10 of diamonds is the card of celebrities. So if you have a 10 of diamonds, whether it's in your life or whether it's in your yearly, then you're going to be a person that throughout your life, you'll either become a celebrity or you're going to deal with a lot of celebrities. You know what I mean? So that's the celebrity card. It's also the angel card, right? So, and what do angels do? They kind of come in and swoop and save the day. So you may find yourself in challenging situations, and the angels are going to show up for you with that card. That card is also the card of gifts, the 10 of diamonds, right? So when you have a 10 of diamonds, people will give you stuff. They may not necessarily give you money. Sometimes it's not money. A lot of times it's not money, but a lot of times it's gifts, you know? So when you have a 10 of diamonds and there's something that you need, you can go somewhere and likely somebody gonna give it to you. You know, so that's the blessed part of it, you know. So people will give you things, give you gifts and gift you things, right? But on the negative side, because it is ruled by Jupiter, you know, your expenses could get higher, you know, because you're living in like a bounty of the abundance, right? So you have access to money. You do. You're going to have access to money. However, it's going to multiply your bills. You know what I mean? It's going to multiply your price tag. You know, so if you go to try to buy something, it's going to be expensive. It ain't going to be cheap, you know? So that's one of the downfalls of it. The 10 of diamonds is also the card that I call I call that tsunami money, right? One day I'm going to go through all of the different forms of money, but that right there is tsunami money. And the reason why I call it tsunami money is because when a tsunami is coming, the water dries up. You know what I mean? So like everything pulls back when the tsunami comes. Well, with this kind of money, your money could pull back. Like you could be hurting, right? And it's usually a sign when you have this 10 of diamonds that there's some big money coming your way. But you got to be patient. You got to have faith. You know what I mean? So this is one of the best cards for money, but it's also not so much the best card for money because it means that while you're waiting on this money, it's going to be painful. This is the reason why celebrities move the way they move. You know what I mean? Like they can all of a sudden be like real hardcore coming out with stuff because likely they need money. You know, they're in that pullback phase where everything is pulling back away from them with the 10 of diamonds. So now they're like, oh my God, I gotta get some money. I got these expensive bills to pay and all this other stuff. Right. And the reason why it's also not my favorite money card is because it's money that tends to go away from you fast. You know what I mean? There's other types of money, like the 10 of spades kind of money, right? Or there's the two of diamonds kind of money. There's four diamonds. Four diamonds money is longer money, but it's harder to get that money. It's harder to build it up. But the 10 of diamonds money is money that can come at you like cat. And you might not even have to work so hard from it. The 10 of diamonds money could represent it could represent a down payment that somebody has to give you on some or an advance, because celebrities, don't they get advances oftentimes? So everything that has to do with a celebrity is what you're going to see when you see that 10 of diamonds, even how your money is, you know. So this gives you, when the next time you have a 10 of diamonds, just pay attention, because this shows you how much celebrities really struggle, but they may not show you because they live in that glam life. You don't even know that they ain't got no money and they poor and they can't pay their rent and they can't pay the car note, none of that. They hide it all out. But they go through those phases with the 10 of diamonds. So that's why if a celebrity is smart, they'll get into investing, which is the 4 of diamonds. They'll get into putting money away, putting money into stuff that's going to last longer, building something that's going to be stronger than that 10 of diamonds money, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So it's not my favorite money, y'all. It's not. And I have it in Neptune. So that means that the money comes, like that money will come and just get lost. And I'll be like, what the hell happened to all that money? You know what I mean? So I'm a person that I have to have a partner who is more sensible with money because I have Neptune money. I got Neptune big money. You know what I mean? But because I have Neptune big money, money will disappear. I won't know what the hell happened to it. Like, what is this? What happened? I'll go back and look and I made X amount of money, but I don't know where all of that money went. You know what I mean? But that's also how crypto has helped me. Crypto has helped me in that way because I'm gonna tell you, crypto it's more like 10 of spades money because they purposely make it hard for you to spend, and that's a good thing. The card for crypto is the Jack of Spades, which is the karma card for the 10 of clubs. That has a 10 of diamonds in Saturn, right? So that means that you could wind up having a lot of money in your crypto, but Saturn is like it's gonna move slow. It's going to move slow. So that means that's why some of y'all are like, oh, I want to get some crypto, but it's hard for you to get. You be like, dang, I got to do this. I got to do that. I need to take a class on this. You know what I mean? But you sense that there's money there because it has a 10 of diamonds in Saturn. However, there are obstacles to get into that money, right? There are lots and lots of obstacles in the crypto world, but I promise you it'll work out for you because it'll work out better that you have those obstacles because you won't spend your money that fast. You won't spend up your money all that fast. Okay? So, yes, please hit the like button, subscribe, subscribe if you ain't subscribed, all that. That can definitely keep me coming and doing this. You know what I mean? So somebody asked about the 10 of clubs, and being that's my Mercury card, I'm gonna tell you about the 10 of clubs. The 10 of clubs is a teacher, a politician.